The medium is the message. This is one of Marshall McLuhan's most famous and recognizable quotes, and means that the qualities of a medium has just as much of an effect as the information it transmits. For example, reading a description of a scene in a newspaper is very different than hearing about it or seeing a picture of it on television, etc. Marshall McLuhan was a communication theorist and saw the shift in media go from print to electronic, radio, and television. He used the terms hot and cold media to describe some of these changes. Hot media is high definition and doesn't require audience participation, while cold media has low definition and requires audience participation. Radio would be an example of hot media since it focuses on only one sense, your hearing. He dives into this idea further in his book, Understanding Media. On page 7, he says, "This is merely to say that the personal and social consequences of any medium, that is, of any extension of ourselves, results from the new scale that is introduced into our affairs by each extension of ourselves." So it's important to look at what medium you are engaging in information from, since it will have an impact on how it is conveyed. While he died in 1980 and didn't see current technology, this idea is still very true to this day. We can look at social media platforms like Twitter and see how the character limit can directly affect the language that someone may choose to use. It's also important to note that Marshall McLuhan was a man of faith, and he said that in Jesus Christ there is no distance or separation between the medium and the message, and he believed that it was the one case where we can say that the medium and the message are fully the same. That can be debated as a result of your own religious beliefs, but I do think it's still important to note. Marshall McLuhan also believed that there was 4 effects or 4 laws of media. They are retrieval, reversal, obsolescence, and amplification. When you amplify something, new media enhances and creates new possibilities. We can see this with the growth of different platforms, such as TikTok, which gives a lot of people a voice they didn't have before, since the algorithm promotes new creators. We can also see the reversal of such platforms, since when pushed to the limits, new media will reverse to its original characteristics if it's not effective in certain aspects. We can also look at retrieval, since new media brings back some of these features. Obsolescence would be when new media takes over some old media. We can see this with the decrease in print magazines, newspapers, etc.